Porridge. Porridge, as they call it in my land. So much meaning in even the sound of a word. We have an old saying when going back to normal after a holiday or time out of the ordinary. We're going hame to pick clays and porridge. We're going home to pick clothes and porridge, meaning everything that is ordinary and familiar. But in truth, I have always found porridge to be a bit magical. There is magic in ordinary things, simple things. The stirring of a pot of porridge, the sprinkling of the salt onto the oats. While in other countries porridge is not always respected in the same way as in Scotland, being prison food or the food given to horses, in Scotland it has always been important. Oats can be successfully cultivated on marginal upland soils, and while oats were introduced to Scotland in about 600 AD, the idea of porridge goes back even further. Traces of barley porridge have been found in pots excavated in the Outer Hebrides, dated to 2,500 years ago. Porridge is ancestral food and medicine. It can keep a family alive. And porridge links me to my grandparents, great-grandparents and beyond. To put the serving of oats in the pot, add the milk, water or both, the sprinkling of salt, and wait for the heat to do its alchemy. Watching as the oats turn creamy is to remember the hands of my grandmother doing the same thing, preparing porridge for farmers and miners. Nowadays, I mostly eat my porridge as overnight oats, which seem quite trendy these days and is a lot easier and less time consuming. But at least once a month, I like to prepare them the old-fashioned way, stirring the oats with my spurtle, the special porridge stirrer, which is perfectly designed so that the oats will not stick. This Scottish kitchen tool, dating from the 15th century and often designed with a symbol of a thistle on top, is, for me, a kitchen wand and a perfect example of magical tools hidden in plain sight. I still remember my grand spurtle hanging in her kitchen. It was hers. No one else touched it. With my spurtle, I stir my intentions into the family porridge, perhaps chanting or saying a charm under my breath. In the Comuna Gadelica, the collection of Gaelic folklore from the Highlands and Islands, there were charms for everything. Simple, everyday things like smearing the fire and stirring the pot. And once the porridge is ready, there is the controversial topic of toppings. My ancestors would have had simple salt on theirs, and the leftovers would have been put in the porridge drawer, especially the lime drawer, where the porridge would have set and then been cut into thick slices to be taken to work in the fields or down the pit. My husband likes his mixed with a little jam or local honey, and me, well, I've turned my bowl into a little ritual, sprinkling it with foraged flowers and berries of each season, calling in the plant spirits and the spirits of the land. Porridge grounds me, it earths me. When I stand in my kitchen and stir the porridge pot, time shifts. Linear time falls away, and I am my gran, my great-gran, my great-great-gran, my great-great-great-gran,